Hello viewers, my name is Marianne and I've come again and today I'm lucky I visited Kajiado. In Kajiado, I met one of the boy child. I always talk about boy child, and he told me his story and was moved by his story. And today I want us to share his story. He is here. He is John Kenyua, and he's going to tell us his story from 6 years to today. And thank you, viewers. You're welcome. So, John, how are you?
I'm good. I'm fine.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And now our viewers are ready to hear your story. You told me about your story when you were 6 years.
Yeah.
What happened? We are going to start your story from 6 years because that is what you shared.
Yeah.
What happened when you were 6 years?
When I was 6 years, I probably got involved in an accident that claimed lives of mom and dad and our house girl.
So where did the accident happen?
The accident happened along Gilgil Highway.
So how old were you that time?
I was 6 years.
How many people were there in the car?
They were 5.
That is including both of your parents?
Yeah.
And?
My brother and our house girl.
Okay, so you said it claimed the life of 3 people.
Yeah.
So that was your mom, your dad, and the house girl.
Yeah.
So you and your brother survived.
Yeah.
So how many people are you in your family?
We were left four brothers.
So you are still 4 brothers?
Yeah.
So after you had the accident, you were taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
Who took you to the hospital?
We were first rushed by an ambulance to Olkarau District Hospital.
Yes.
Then the case seemed to be difficult for the district hospital.
Yes.
Then the next day we were flown to Nairobi Hospital.
Okay. This happened by Good Samaritan?
Yeah.
So how long did you stay in the hospital?
I stayed. Looking back unto the time I was in a coma for the 6 months.
So you stayed in a coma for 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the whole time, how long were you in the hospital?
Then there was a recovery period for the next 6 months. So in total, it summed up to 1 year.
So in a whole year, you were in the hospital bed?
Yeah.
Now, that time you are still 6 years, so you became 7 years in hospital.
Yeah.
After you came back home.
Yeah.
So your brothers, who was taking care of you? Now the parents are gone, the house girl is gone. Who took care of you?
There are some of my mother's sisters who took the responsibility and came to live with us.
Yes.
They took much of the responsibility my mother could have taken to bring up a young one.
Oh, so the relatives of your mom took responsibility of the parents
Yeah,
and some good Samaritans.
yeah.
Okay, so you started your therapy. You told me you had a therapy because you were affected on the brain.
Yeah.
So you had a speech problem, and
Yeah.
also the whole of your left side was affected.
Yeah.
So you were taken for therapy.
Yeah.
So how is now the whole of left side? Because you told me it became like a stroke because
Yeah.
the brain was affected on the left side.
Yeah.
So from the eye of the left side, I can see it looks smaller.
Yeah.
And the heart, you told me also, is still not very good.
Yeah.
And the walking is still a problem on the left side.
Yeah.
So still today, you are still affected the whole of left side.
Yes.
So you can't. Can you explain that to the viewers, please?
Cause of having a brain damage.
Yes.
More of my speech, and more of my body coordination.
Yes.
As you had earlier of the left hand.
Yes.
And on still the left leg.
Yes.
Still has an issue.
Okay, up to today.
Yeah, and generally the whole body coordination. Cause even in school,
yes.
I've been having more of the problem on the writing part of my exams and even grasping of the lectures.
Are you left-handed?
I'm not left-handed. I use the right hand to write.
Yes.
But
the
still.
coordination of the brain is a problem even when you're writing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So even if the right side was not affected,
yeah.
because the brain coordination was affected, it is still affecting your right side.
Yeah.
Though you have no problem with the right side.
Yeah.
But when it comes to coordination of the brain, even when you're writing, it become an issue.
Yeah.
So you struggled a lot in school.
Yeah.
Was that in primary school or even in secondary school?
Even in secondary.
So you finished your standard 8. So you went back to. You told me it's like the accident gave you 2 years out of school.
Yeah.
So you went back to baby class when you are 8 years.
Yeah.
So that's how you started your primary education.
Yes.
Did you finish?
Yeah, I finished.
And after that?
Yeah, but under much struggle.
Yes.
Though I'm grateful to the Almighty for having passed me through it.
Yes.
And also the high school.
Yes.
Part of it.
Yes.
And as we are speaking right now,
yes.
I've even done some courses in college.
Yes.
Under the same struggling.
So you finished standard 8, right?
Yeah.
And from standard 8, you are able to go to secondary school.
Yeah.
So you finished up to Form 4?
Yeah.
So after that, you have been in college.
Yeah.
Which college was this?
I've been in Nairobi Institute of Business Studies.
Yes. And what did you do there?
I've done graphics there.
Graphic design?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have already certificate for the
graphic design.
Yes.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after you finished your graphic design, Did you have, were you able to be employed?
Not yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten a job.
Yeah,
How old are you now?
I'm 28.
Okay, so what does this accident has affected you in your life?
It has affected me in many ways.
Yes.
One being that I'm unable to do the certain jobs which my age mates can perform.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, maybe in like driving,
Mm-hmm.
in like construction or works.
Yes.
Yeah,
So there are many things you cannot do.
yeah,
But what about is somebody out there who is listening to us can offer you a job for graphic design? Can you be able to do that?
yeah,
Okay.
and I would be appreciative.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, for those people who have never had an accident, who have lived just a life, and the young people like you, their
yeah,
work is only complaining all the time,
yeah,
and maybe even they don't appreciate that their brain is functional. What
yeah.
would you tell them?
I would tell them,
Mm-hmm.
I would tell them to maybe just observe on those who may be having difficulties and have made it.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe learn from them.
Yes.
And also try to emulate them.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you would tell them they are lucky
yeah,
because the brain are working,
yeah,
and they should see how you are struggling
yeah,
and you still have hope.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, and so what are you doing right now?
As per now,
Yes.
I was doing some volunteer jobs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, but you have not yet gotten a job.
yeah,
So how can you ask maybe an employer who is listening to you
yeah,
that even if you have difficulties, you are willing to work,
yeah,
and if they have a job,
yeah,
they can offer you, they can give
yes,
you a chance,
yeah,
and they can see what you can do. Would you
yeah.
please talk to our viewers?
I can request
Mm-hmm.
I can request employers who may be having in at any type of job concerning ICT,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that they can maybe consider me, and as I talk, I promise them
Yes.
that I would deliver to them as they would expect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that is good.
yeah,
And so right now you would request anybody who can help you with a job,
yeah,
the IT job.
yeah,
Our viewers, I hope you are listening to this boy child. I've been talking a lot about boy child. And today, as I remind you, I'm in Kajiado. Kajiado is in Kenya. And as you have heard that John have had an accident when he was only 6 years, and he stayed in the hospital for 1 year and another year for therapy. And also, I think if any doctor, they are therapists who can maybe able to help John. He can go to maybe more therapists. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor. So if doctors can examine him more, even the doctor would like to help John, and maybe he can be able to do therapies on him, which can help still improve his speech and his left hand, or his brain therapy, if there is any brain therapy. And also, if anybody there would want to help Kenya in any way, you are most appreciated. And you can see John is a very smart boy and willing, and as you can hear now, he is doing volunteering job. So if you can help Kenya in any way you can, because you can see he has struggled from 6 years. You told us you're how old now?
I'm 28.
To 28 years. And he is looking forward to work for himself. He is looking forward for his life, and he has never given up. And also he has said, you people there who have everything, you young people who have no problem with your bodies, and your work is only complaining yourself all the time. Sometimes you are complaining of your parents. Sometimes Kenya does not have any parent, and he did not choose not to have parent. Both parents are dead. He has only brothers. So you can imagine 4 brothers just growing up alone. They were still young. All of them were very young. That time the oldest was how old?
That time the second born, who I'm much aware of, was 18.
How old was he? Was 18 years.
Yeah.
And the second born was?
And I've said the second born was 18.
And first born was?
The first born was 2 years above him.
So he was 20.
Yeah.
So they had not even finished school.
Yeah.
So they also struggled to finish school.
Yeah.
So young people there, John would want to talk to you that you see how they have struggled without parents. But I see that young people, you're just complaining all the time. Complaining about your parent, complaining about the situation, complaining about what? These boys, they have struggled to grow. And that is where he is now, from 6 years to 28 years. And he still have hope. He is still struggling. He is asking people there, don't see how he walk, don't see how he talk, but give him a chance. Or you can help him in any way. If you are a therapist there and want to help John, you are most welcome. You can always comment on this video, and then we can communicate, and you can get in touch with me, and you can, if you want to help John directly, John, you can give us your number.
My number is 07
07
01
01
960
960
212.
212.
Yeah.
That is John's number. You can repeat the number again.
My number is 07
His number is 07
01
01
960
960
212.
212. That is his number. If you want to get in touch with him directly, if you want to get in touch with me, you can comment on this video. Then we can see how we can get in touch, and we can meet Kenya. Kenya is okay. He want to work. And if you can help in the therapies, you can help in any way. You can also help in money or anything. Yeah, God will bless you. And thank you so much for being... John, for being our guest today. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your story. And I hope also it has impacted many young people who are out there doing nothing, complaining.
Yeah.
And you still have hope. And I know God will touch somebody there to be able to offer you a job or even a therapy or even any way that they can help.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. So our viewers, thank you also for listening to us, and you can continue subscribing for the person who is the first time to visit our channel. You can subscribe to our channel, and we'll appreciate, so that we continue sharing. I talk mostly about the boy child, and you can imagine this boy child from 6 years to 28 years, what he has gone through. Thank you very, very much for listening to us, and I love you, viewers. Thank you very much. So you can say our viewers goodbye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.